Top of the morning. This is not an uncommon sight for a lot of techs out there. And it's not uncommon for techs to turn away this kind of work. I get it. Especially as we age and get closer to that point in life where we know when to say no. And then we have the luxury of working on what we want to work on. This kind of stuff can easily find its way in some other tech's custody. Todd, this is your amp. You know that already. And I see this thing about once a year, probably. This thing is so heavily used that the rear information plate is devoid of information, save a sticker or two. This old girl's been rode hard, as they say. But she's made some great music. And you guys know what this is, and you know why it is in this condition. It is char marks. Some very hot tubes. I put these Softex WXT Pluses in last year, and these guys, they're done. I'm going to throw on a tester just to validate my opinion, but I've seldom seen tubes with this sort of wear end up testing good. But who knows, these are incredibly rugged tubes, so let's keep an open mind. I'm going to go ahead and crack her open, throw her up on the current limited supply, and see what kind of data we can pull off this whole thing. So I'm back inside of this old girl. It's a 2002 Fender Deville 410 config. And I've given up on trying to get the cinematic still shots, setting up the camera mount for the perfect shot. I'm more of a handheld guy. I gotta move. I don't have time. So check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and illuminate the bottom of this board so we can glean some information about its condition. This is not what you typically see for these amps. You would expect to see some incredibly charred PCB solder pads with some brown goodness radiating from the center of the pads. We're not seeing any of that stuff on a low voltage supply, because Fender on this particular model had actually done what? Yes, they actually spaced the component leads a bit. And if you know anything about the way these components in this particular amp shed heat, then you'll know that it's not the body of the components themselves that do the damage. It's actually the leads where they go into the circuit board. All right, so I have her on the bulb. Which one? That guy right there. She is warmed up. All the filaments are nice and warm here. So let's take her off of standby. We'll monitor the bulb. Okay, let's get that light off. I'm getting nothing on that bulb up there. Let's see here. So, got me again, alarm. Got me again. So here's a quick and easy way to determine if your reservoir cap is shorted. Pull out the power tubes, you turn it on, still hear the buzz, which we do. You have to think, okay, there are no tubes there, but something is still coupling itself to the output transformer. What can it be? Well, it's that B plus node there, like I was referring to earlier. It's the plate supply. And you can see that she's a leaky lady. And these caps, I tell you what, they hung on for dear life. It's time to get them out. Here we go. Nasty. Let me get these caps out of here. Right, Todd, this is not a Nostradamus machine, but it is telling us that you don't have much juice left on these 6L6s. Let me check the other guy here. And yeah, we gotta find a way to take care of that back panel so you don't have to deal with this stuff. All right, maybe go to Home Depot and bring the thing with you and see if those guys can cut you a piece of plywood. And let's see, where's the other guy? Yeah, this guy's, the index pin is broken too. Let's make sure we're getting her in there the right way. I'll put a marking there for you. All right. So we'll let her warm up. Test her for shorts. I doubt that's the issue. All right. So we'll just look at this light here, which should flash in between switch positions sometimes, not always. There it is. That's fine. Back to 5. Emissions test. That's the top band here. We want to see it really peg there on the end and bounce off. And she's about in the same position as the other one, maybe a touch worse, maybe, as she climbs up. So let's check for grid leakage. That's the bottom scale here. We want her in the green. Okay, so awesome. Now I'm going to hit this little life test switch, and if this needle deflects any, that'll be an indicator that this cathode is really weak. There it goes. See that? So these tubes are kind of beat. I have a little bit of life left in them now.